Bleacher Report listeners, my name is James Hill. I run the YouTube channel MrBucsNation, where we cover the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And in this live stream, we are going to be reviewing and reacting to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 7 loss versus the Atlanta Falcons. This was a heartbreaking game. Heartbreaking. Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose with a last-second field goal by Younghoe Koo for the Falcons. It was a 51-yarder. It was good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose. Unfortunate. We're going to be going over the stats here for the next 20 minutes or so. Talk about the good, talk about the bad, talk about the ugly. There's a lot to kind of dive into regarding this game. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Firstly, I want to take a look at some of the stats here. Okay. And we're going to be doing this here on Bleacher Report's page. Really great spot to see all the stats from the game. Firstly, Baker Mayfield. There's a lot to talk about just this guy alone. 27 of 42, 275 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times in this game. Now, on one hand, Baker Mayfield, struggled in this game. You take a look at, if I can find the play, there was a crucial moment in the fourth quarter. We go all the way down here where Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it was 3 minutes, 48 seconds left from Atlanta's 15-yard line. Baker Mayfield throws an interception, right? And that's the bad with Baker, okay? That is the bad with Baker. That was not a great play. It was completely on Baker. If I can, we can take a look at this and try and find the play. But it was a situation where Baker threw it into double coverage and it just didn't work out. It did not work out for the Bucs in that situation. Bad throw by Baker, bad decision by Baker. And that's what happened, right? That is what happened. Now, the good from Baker came later on. What do I mean by that? Well, towards the end of the fourth quarter, after that interception had happened, it resulted in a punt, and Baker Mayfield and the offense came back out with 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in this ball game. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so we can see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so, Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense still have a chance to go out there and make some plays, right? Baker throws in completion to Chris Godwin. Rachaad White gets a yard. This is the big play I want to talk about here. Pass interference was huge for the Bucs with 1:11 left. It took them right down to Atlanta's 8. You had 1:05. You had 3 downs to go out there and get 8 yards to score. Pass incomplete, sack, field goal, right? But it's still a tie game at this point. Thank you guys for 78 people in here, by the way. Greatly appreciate that. Desmond Ridder, pass, Kyle Pitts, 17 yards, tackled by Ryan Neal. Was reviewed, wasn't complete. Very next play, Desmond Ridder, pass, caught by Kyle Pitts, 39 yards, pushed out of bounds by Ryan Neal down at Tampa Bay's 36. Bijan Robinson gets 3 yards. Tyler Algier gets 0. 51-yard field goal is good. That's it. That's game. I will say that this game is partially, the offense didn't play good today. I guess to kind of dive into that. Baker just didn't do enough, I think. There was definitely some plays that he made, even towards the end, he got a chance to redeem himself. He tied it up. That's good, right? I think Baker had a hot and cold day. It wasn't the best game from Baker Mayfield. It was not the worst game from Baker Mayfield. He got the team ultimately in a position to tie up this ball game at the end, right? That's good. What's not good is this lack of a running game. And folks, I feel like we talk about this on these Bleacher Report streams every single week, because I feel like we talk about these things. Take a look at this. Rachaad White had 13 carries for 34 yards, 2.6 yards a carry. Keyshawn Vaughn had 4 carries for 7 yards, 1.8 yards a carry. Baker Mayfield on one scramble had just as many yards as the Buccaneers running backs combined. It's every week with this, man. And again, I don't know if it's the blocking. I don't know if it's the running backs themselves. This run game is not working, and it is hurting this offense in a detrimental way. Severely hurting this offense. It really is, folks. Hey, you even take a look, like Rachaad White still had 6 catches for 65 yards receiving. That's good. This is what matters, man. Right here, 13 carries, 34 yards, 4 carries for 7 yards. I hope Bleacher Report reaches out to me to kind of do something for potential trade targets. Because, man, I'd love to talk about the idea of the Bucs trading for a running back. That for sure should be a possibility. For sure should be a possibility. The offense just didn't do enough today. You can't score 13 points and expect to win a lot of football games. Offense didn't do enough. And you can say a lot of different reasons for that. Play calling, the run game being really bad, Baker Mayfield's really bad interception. Just wasn't enough today. Mike Evans had a good bounce back game, 82 yards and a touchdown. That's good. Chris Godwin had 12 targets, 6 catches for 66 yards. That's kind of spooky. It is Halloween. Kadon had 5 catches for 43 yards. Devin Tompkins had a fumble that was really costly. That sucked. Chase McLaughlin made his kicks. It was just a really poor game from the offense today. It really was. And look, time of possession was dead even, folks. It really was. Here's the kicker, man. 329 yards of total offense to the Falcons, 401. Falcons ran the football. 156 rushing yards from Atlanta, 73 from the Bucs. If you take a look at their stats, I mean, Tampa Bay is far and away the worst rushing team in the NFL. And it's not getting better, man. We see it time and time again, week after week after week. This rushing attack is not good, folks. It's bad. 21 first downs to the Falcons, 29 penalties on both sides. Not great from either team. If it was just the Bucs, that would obviously be a situation. I mean, it isn't good from either team, right? You can't have 9 penalties and expect to win a football game either. You got to be more disciplined. A lot of it was on the offensive line too. Holdings, false starts. Just this offensive line, run blocking needs to play better. The entire offense needs to play better. You need more discipline. You need more from this offense. You can't run 65 plays and only have 13 points. The Falcons didn't do much better offensively, by the way. 64 plays, 16. The Bucs got lucky that they, had a couple of really choice turnovers when the Falcons were in the red zone. Desmond Ridder had a fumble out of bounds that was a touchback. He had another fumble at like the 2-yard line that the Bucs recovered. If those fumbles didn't happen, you'd be looking at an entirely different ball game. Atlanta would have smoked them. Wasn't the case today, but this offense has to do more. They really do. You're not going to win a lot of football games with this type of offensive output. I know a lot of people in the chat right now are talking about Baker, and Baker is partially to blame, right? Not having, just bad interception today, partially to blame for this loss, right? But he also put his team in a way to tie up the ball game by getting a 33-yard scramble, and that's huge as well, I think. So I don't know, man. I think a big thing that's hampering this offense, in my opinion, people may be inclined to disagree with this. The run game's got to improve. That's the biggest thing that I think is hampering this offense right now. If you ran the ball better, even if Rachaad White had like 80 yards, I think you're looking at a different ball game here. It's just been an abysmal run game, man. An abysmal run game. Worst in the league. And it doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. So that's the offense. That's the special teams. Jake Camarda had a good game as well, by the way. Defensively, let's talk about this. Lavonte David was a star today, as he has been in his career. 13 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass deflection. He played really good. Antoine Winfield Jr. went crazy today, guys. 7 tackles, 1 pass deflection, 1 forced fumble. Shaq Barrett had 6 tackles, a pass deflection, and a forced fumble as well. I believe he actually split the sack with Kalijah Cansey on that play. Kalijah Cansey showed up a couple times as well. Shout out to the young rookie. Ryan Neal. You know, I'm sure Ryan Neal's a nice guy, right? I'm sure he is. But man, oh man, he's not been playing good the past couple of games. He lost this game for the Bucs in the end. Not single-handedly, obviously, because obviously you want the offense to score more than 13 points. But the reason that the Falcons were in that position to kick that game-winning field goal goes all the way back to this. We go all the way down here. Take a look. He actually gets beat on this play as well. But you look here, pass left, caught by Pitts. It was a double move that Ryan Neal just got completely beat on. Couldn't tackle Pitts in midair. Down, it would have been like a 10, 12-yard game. But instead, Pitts catches it. Neal is out of place. And Pitts runs for a 39-yard gain to get them into that field goal range, where they eventually kick the game-winning field goal. Ryan Neal's not been playing good lately, folks. He just hasn't. He really hasn't. I don't think we're going to be able to find the Kyle Pitts play here. Make volume for this right there. I'm gonna bring it back so we can take a deeper look at this. I'm gonna try and go full screen with this. See, we're gonna watch this a couple of times. Boom, out of place. You see him right there. Easy 39 yards because he was so out of place. And again, I know it's not one play. I know it's not just one guy, but holy crap, Ryan Neal, could you not have picked a worse time to have that happen? That's just, it's bad. And it just goes, to, show that like, hey man, that defense was exhausted because the offense had to keep on getting 3 and out, turnover, punt, whatever it may be, right? Overall, the defense played fine today, played pretty decent today overall, only giving up 16 points, right? They forced a couple of fumbles. It only takes one play, man. Only takes one play. So, yeah, I mean, I see some people in the chat say, hey, why wasn't D. Delaney out there? I would look to be playing D. Delaney more in the rotation. I really would. Because just Ryan Neal's been playing really tough. Antoine Winfield Jr. can't do everything for this defense, nor can Lavonte David. We need to see more from guys like Devin White, more from the cornerbacks as well. Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, in terms of getting interceptions and stuff. I think the pass rush will get better with time. Shaq Barrett, looked like he had a little bit of juice today. Kalijah Cansey made some good plays today. But I would start playing more D. Delaney because Ryan Neal's just been struggling. It's not been good. Obviously, Ryan Neal wasn't the only reason the Bucs lost this game, but he did not help. He did not help in the end there. When it mattered most, crunch time, that was it, Baker, did he throw a pick? Yeah, but he put his team in a place to tie up the ball game, right? And the defense couldn't get it done with 40 seconds left. It is what it is. Moving forward, I mean, gosh, this is an ugly loss. The Falcons take the NFC South lead right now, right? And the Bucs are in limbo, man. You have a game on Thursday night against the Buffalo Bills. That's not going to be an easy game under any circumstances. And you still aren't doing what you need to do on offense. Their identity on offense is that they want to run the football. They're not getting it done, folks, nor have they gotten it done this year. Again, we've talked about this time after time after time, week after week. This run game is dismantling this offense. It really is. It's not going to get any easier. It's not, I mean, like, look, I've said it before that the Eagles game was the blueprint for the Bucs. Falcons also have a very good blueprint here, man, in terms of just using multiple guys, running well, quarterback keepers, all these different types of things. If you want to run the football more, like, start getting creative. Because obviously the scheming that you're doing, the blocking that you're doing, whatever it is that they're doing is not working, man. So it's tough. I mean, it's tough. Evans had a good bounce back game. Godwin had some interesting moments. Rachaad White looked good as a receiving back. Cade Otton had some good moments here and there. Devin Tompkins had a fumble, which was unfortunate. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. The offense is bad. We need better O-line play and a faster wide receiver. I would say moving forward, again, I hope Bleacher Report lets me do a stream like this. Maybe. I don't know. The Bucs may want to consider trading for a running back, signing somebody even, because their group that they're having isn't working. Defensively, what I would do, I would start putting in D. Delaney first and foremost. The pass rush, I mean, they're trying. They're rotating guys in like it's nobody's business. You're seeing more of Yaya Diaby. You're seeing more of Greg Gaines in the run game. I don't think the defense is the issue here fully. I mean, look, they only gave up 16 points. That's winning defense. They got some luck. They got certainly lucky with some turnovers, but the offense couldn't take advantage of it. The offense could not take advantage of those turnovers, man. Somebody said Dalvin Cook. Maybe that's an option. I don't know. I think a lot of it also is on the offensive line. This offensive line cannot run block to save anybody. So, I mean, I don't know. Something's got to give, though. Be it play calling, be it offensive line blocking, be it the running backs themselves. Something has to improve to get the run game better, and then I think the offense can certainly improve as a whole. That's genuinely what I believe. Defensively, you do want to see more from the pass rush. You do want to see more from the secondary, I think. But I think the defense played enough to win today. Obviously, that last play didn't go well with Ryan Neal. I would probably sub in D. Delaney more in that situation. So I don't know. I don't know, folks. It is what it is. Moving forward now, as I said, the Bucs are 3-3. Bucs are 4. The Falcons are 4-3. Take the lead in the NFC South, and the Bucs have some questions. They have a lot of questions to answer right now, guys. And those questions are like, what is this team going forward? You just had 2 ugly losses against the Falcons, and before that against the Detroit Lions. 2 very ugly losses for different reasons. The Lions game was not close. This Falcons game was a very winnable game. You had all the luck on your side and all the chances, and you couldn't get it done. So now you have to answer, what kind of team are you? Are you just going to be a middling team that's going to finish with maybe 6-7 wins? Or are you going to be a team that's going to actually fight for this division? And right now, it's looking like this team is the former. A team that looks like they're only going to win 6-7 games this year. That's how it looks. So we'll see if that continues, man. It's going to be on Thursday Night Football next. We'll see what happens. But folks, I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. In the chat, obviously, everybody's been fantastic in here. A lot of people have been talking about trading for Dalvin Cook, adding Fournette back, all these different types of things. Who knows, right? We'll see if any of these questions get answered moving forward. We'll see if the Bucs make any real changes moving forward. Because right now, it's not great. Ugly loss. 2 ugly losses in a row for different reasons. It's not good. Folks, thank you guys so much for watching the stream here on Bleacher Report. I greatly appreciate it. Obviously, it's not great that the Buccaneers lost, but they always have a chance to bounce back. And we're always still going to be here on Bleacher Report covering this team and giving you takes about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, be it win or lose. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks so much to Bleacher Report for having me on. It's greatly appreciated. Stay tuned here on BleacherReport.com for all things Tampa Bay Buccaneers and just NFL in general and just sports in general, right? Bleacher Report's a pretty good spot for all of that, I would think. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream here on BleacherReport.com. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. See you soon, and go Bucs.